Mike, thanks very much. 49-9. Nobody really saw this coming. I don't think anybody in either of these cities saw this coming.
The win, yes. The result, no.
Okay, the question is, what's most impressive for you? You've seen the poll question that we've got out there. Is it the offense, the defense, the coaching situation, overcoming injuries? And that overcoming injuries may be answered down the road, but I'll let you take your pick from any of those.
I'm going to go coaching, and it's been at different times. I mean, let's face it, a couple weeks ago against Buffalo, I didn't think Zim had his best day. But, boy, the last two games he's played against the Tom Brady and then against a rookie quarterback today, he absolutely confused both of those guys the whole day long. Offensively, there's times where Jay bugs you a little bit, but overall, play calling wise and scheme wise, they've done some good things. I still wish they had an identity, and maybe now they found their identity, which is, you know what, we're going to let this guy get the ball out of his hands and throw the ball quick and do some stuff very quickly with him.
So you're still giving it to the coaches?
Yeah,
now,
absolutely.
Gruden even said to me in the locker room, it's not the play calling, it's the players. So who's your answer?
I think that's just the politically correct answer to say. I think you want to hear the coaches say it's the players, and you want to hear the players say, hey, it's great coaching.
And
so,
which is what you're hearing.
Right, and honestly, that's really what it is, because I think it's hard to pinpoint. I do think you've got great coaching going on. I think a lot of it happened even before the season started when you know, just the players that we're picking. I think we're doing a really good job from top to bottom right now. I think offensively we've been a little more inconsistent, so I'm going to give it to the defense, but I think the coaches have done a really nice job, and I think the defense has been the most consistent.
Cook says to me, I hope you guys continue to criticize Andy Dalton because he keeps playing better the more you criticize him.
I don't think we're really criticizing him.
We're not criticizing. I know there are some in the market.
It was a collective, you guys.
It's really not the media in this marketplace. It's mostly
more fans.
It absolutely is fans. I invite fans to do this. Please do yourself a favor. Go to ProFootballReference.com. Look at Boomer Esiason. Look at Andy Dalton. Compare some numbers. Granted, different eras, different teams, different all that. Boomer was one game over 500. Andy Dalton after today is 25-15 as a starter. Andy Dalton's touchdown percentage a little less than Boomer's. His interception percentage way less than Boomer's. Yardage-wise, they're almost comparable. And yet in this town, Boomer hung the moon and Andy Dalton's a bad guy. And yet he's going to lead a team maybe to a third straight playoff. Please help me.
You know, I think it's fair. I mean, Andy Dalton's done a really nice job over the last few years being here. And the guy, if you watch him today, he looks a lot like a Boomer. You know, he spread the ball out to 7, 8 different guys. He's done that here the last few weeks. And actually, the one thing I loved, they threw the ball deep. They threw it down the middle of the field a few times. And honestly, I think it just stretches the field, and I think it helps him out.
I asked him today, I said, you got 5. This is your career day. You got more in you. And he goes, boy, I sure hope so. It's kind of young in my career to say this is all I've got. But he's got a 5-touchdown pass day. Everything seemed to work. Let's move to the other side of the ball. What most impresses you defensively?
Well, I mean, they confused the rookie quarterback. He looked lost today, and that's going to happen with rookie quarterbacks, let's face it. But that's what if you're a good defense, that's what you're supposed to do.
Sure.
Dominate them in the run game.
And they haven't done that to rookie quarterbacks.
I mean, Thad Lewis was actually pretty good. Again, I didn't think Zim was at his best in that game. But they owned the line of scrimmage for the first quarter and a half, just flat owned it and made Geno Smith try to beat him. He could not do that, not a chance.
What else can you say? I mean, to his point, basically, I wrapped it all up. I mean, the guys, they played great up front. They controlled the line of scrimmage, like Skinny said. I think defensively, we're flying around hitting. We got a couple interceptions today. I think that was the key defensively. I think, you know, we said we need to get some more turnovers. They got more turnovers today.
One thing I asked Pack is saying, okay, you've got more guys down. Leon's out. Guys step up. Malaluga's going to be out. Taylor Mays leaves the game. We don't know about Witt coming back. His response is, we got guys who can't wait to play. Right. Is this team deep enough as we go into that injury situation?
I'm not sure any NFL team's deep enough to keep sustaining injury after injury, but they've got enough right now. If you don't get hit a whole lot more, the answer is yes. But you know, the one rumor flying around early today was the Darrelle Revis, possibility of a trade there. I don't think you're at that stage of the game, to be quite honest with you, but right now, yes, more injuries on defense. I think you're really on thin ice a little bit.
I think with this locker room, I think you could absorb somebody like Darrelle Revis right now because we've got such continuity in the locker room. The coaches and players seem to be doing well together. And to add a guy like him right now actually does make a little bit of sense. Usually I'd be saying, please don't. But right now I think it makes sense.
I want to ask you what happens in a locker room as they finish on a Sunday, have to travel on a Wednesday and play on a Thursday night.
You know, it's obviously a short week and everybody just tries to get healthy and you just kind of brush up on a few things. It's a lot more review than it is anything.
Is this a much more rest time as you get ready?
It really is. I mean, you can't rest too much, but it's more you watch film. I mean, there's a lot more guys in the tub. You don't go as much, and you know, when you watch the guys out there on the field. I was a kicker. I didn't hit.
Even kickers are in the tub.
Exactly.
I got to wrap. They win or lose in Miami.
I think we win.
And you?
I think they lose because of the short week. It's just tough.
All right.
I know Miami's got it too.
I was going to say Dolphins have a short week. Cool.